Hi, this is Guy Longo from Vancouver Island here in Canada, and welcome to part 2 of my textured watercolor painting. What I'm doing here is applying some gold to the cornatinum gold to the left-hand side of the trunks of the tree. So I'm just defining the trunks more with the edges here, and I'm painting the left-hand side yellow so that the light is coming from the left-hand side, and I'll be applying some Van Dyke brown next to darken the trunk, define it more. So I'm letting the paint mix on the paper, basically. Here I've got some phthalo blue. It's relatively a dry brush. This is adding a little bit of burnt sienna. I'm just letting the paint mix with the other colors on the page. The video is sped up 2 times here. So here I'm using a fine rigger brush to just outline the branches. So we're just running down the little creases that are formed in the paper, and just to define the branches. And rigger brushes are great for painting branches because they can follow more a random line. So I just continue working with the rigger brush, painting branches. Some of them come from the front of the tree, some go to the back of the tree, and some come out of the side of the tree. Here I'm using my rigger brush just to add more trunks like in the distance, and shadows in the branches and things like that further back. Here I'm taking a round brush, number 10 round brush, with some sap green paint, and just making marks on the random marks on the page with the brush. It's like a dry brush technique. So I'm just dragging the brush over the surface of the paper and just creating some random marks. Just try to create the illusion of branches behind the trees in the foreground, and create a little more depth in the painting. So here I'm using a fan brush, and I like using a fan brush to create the foliage of the trees. Add some light green to the branches. Now I'm using a toothbrush, an old toothbrush, and just applying some different colors to the painting with the splattering technique of just splattering paint. Now what I'm doing here is taking toothbrush and just dragging paint over the tree trunks. It's creating a nice texture. That's why I'm using some burnt sienna. I'm using the rigger brush again just to draw some more lines, random lines, and to create some branches. Now I'm using my brush here. It's just basically a sable brush with some green paint on it. I'm using a dry brush technique. I'm removing most of the water from the brush and just taking paint directly out of the pan and just dragging it over, creating random marks, just very lightly, just to create some foliage on the trees. Here's some close-ups of the painting. Still have some fine details to add to the painting. Come back for part 3. Thank you.